Hello YouTube, it's Pac-Man building time again. Today we're playing 1,000 Mile Rally. Choose a car and we'll get going. Let's move that way a bit. There we go. Yeah, so today we're going to be looking at the control panel again. I've got some brackets for the post recently, so we can make sure that the control panel's properly attached to the rest of the cab. Also look at getting the holes for the joystick and let's turn this up a bit, oops, the joystick and the buttons and everything like that. Also got something else through the, well, not through the post, but from eBay, not necessarily arcade related, but it's going to help hopefully with the building of the machine. So let's see if we can finish this one. No, that's because I took my hands off the controls. I can't bother to continue, but yeah, so let's go on with this. We've got a couple of bits and pieces to be getting on with today, so let's go. For the post the other day, we got these latches. So I had some latches before, but they weren't the right ones. These are sort of, I had ones that were sort of like at a right angle, I think. These ones will be vertical. So these are going to go. I didn't charge the battery last time on my camera, so I've still got the power cord wrapped around this, so be very careful I moved it. So this is going to be, move out a bit, zoom out. Yeah. So I grab one of these. So if we look at the back of this, we've got our two little guides here. This is going to be somewhere like that, and then, and then we're going to have our hands. This is going to be on here like that, and then you obviously just latch it on and it pulls it shut. So I don't know if it's worth me videoing this, because in fact what I'll do is I'll go away and make the measurements, because I'm going to have to get the measurements while it's like this. So I'm going to go underneath and sort of find out where everything's going, and I'll come back and we'll screw them on and we'll have a look and clamp in position. And I've noticed that the control panel up there, when I've cut it with the circular saw, it's slightly off. I might do a bit of Bondo work, P38 stuff along there. But yeah, and then I think once we've got the clamps on, I think it's probably time to drill the holes in the control panel. I need to get a bit for that. I'll pop out to B&Q probably today or tomorrow and get one. So let's get the clamps on first anyway. Okay, we've got a bit of shaky camo going on at the moment, so it helps me get sort of closer to this stuff. So what I did is I measured 18mm out from there, which is this bit here, so for clearance here, and then about halfway along here, which is about there, and then counted back for the holes just there and there. So if I just pop this down there, should just still fit on. It does. But you can obviously see the bracket underneath. You might be able to. I can't see that, so yeah, you can just see it. It's very dark. But yeah, it's there. So I'm going to do the other one, and then now I've got those in place. Once those are in place, then we can measure out where the other bits on the floor are going to go. So put the other one on, measure those, and then put those on. We're going shaky cam so we can see what we're doing. So we've got both of these attached now. You can see I sort of drew around where they should be sort of going. Same over here, it's moved down a little bit there, but that doesn't matter. So I've got both in place. Same goes for these two here. So in fact, let's get the tripod out. Got a battery on here now, I think. So put that there. So this should just slide on as normal. Like that. Move the drill out of the way so we can actually get in there. So we do a slight look at it. One clamp. Going on. There we go. So control panel is now fitted in place. Right, wiggle that. The only movement we're getting now is from this bit here. So what I need to do with this, and I haven't done, that's what I was going to do, is I was going to screw it in and then glue it in place, and I haven't done that yet. Also on the original there's some triangles on the inside to give it stability, so we need to do that as well. But I mean, other than that, that's not going, that's on there securely now, so that's great. And you just unclamp one side and then unclamp the other side like that, and it comes off. So that's worked out really well. So thanks to one of the guys on UK VAT forum, Sarge, who hooked me up with these. I think I said before in a previous video, I did buy some, but they weren't the right ones. So these seem to work great now. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll work out where the holes are for the control panel first. Get the joystick sort of in, not necessarily mounted, but in. Make sure we know where the wires are going, and then we'll put our triangles and then we'll glue that as well. Need to do a bit of Bondo work along here. Yeah, all looking good. So we'll come back once we go around to doing that sort of stuff. A bit colder today in the old carriage, so got our little heater. This is a one for builders really, but I found it cheap and screw fix. Basically, self-rights itself. It never, you know, push it around, and whole point being it doesn't sort of catch on fire. So it's like a little egg-shaped fan here. It's pretty cool. Does its job as well. So we'll leave that there. We'll going to place that. So I put my little control panel overlay on there just to see what's what. So I want to cut the holes for the buttons and the joystick. So I've got one of these, which is a 28mm spade bit. They're not a normal size in the UK. They're usually, I think, 25 or 32. I managed to find this one in Screwfix. It's a DeWalt or DeWalt one. You see that? So I've undone that. We'll do a bit of a test on a bit of scrap wood. I think what I'll do is I'll put another bit of wood underneath when I do the actual control panel, because it will rip out the bottom otherwise. I don't want that. Okay. Right, where's my buttons? I'll get a button. Okay. Wet. Yeah, it's a bit tight. I have to sort of widen it a bit. Yeah, I have to find another scrap piece of wood. Now, a couple of attempts actually. One was rip the wood out of these here. Turns out I have the hammer option set, which is why it's making such a noise. It's basically beating it like that as well. That's really for when you're going through brick. Now, drop straight in. So it is the right bit. I just was on the drill in the wrong setting. So we need to work out where on the control panel we're going to drill our holes. Dust everywhere. So we'll go away, do that, and we'll come back and we'll drill a hole. Okay, I was looking at this before I measured it up, and I noticed that the hole is ever so slightly off centre, only slightly, and these little yellow bits ever so slightly off centre up here. I thought, oh, have I bought a fake one? So I looked on the other side, and this apparently is the correct printing company that was used on the original Njord stock. I also looked at John's arcade video when he put his overlay on his Pac-Man, and he also had this slight imperfection and this as well, so it must be the way it's made. So if that's the original, then that's the original. I don't care. Problem is with that, I can't sort of measure exactly the middle on there to work out where the holes go, and obviously with these as well. So what I've done is I worked out where these two lines would sit, so that the space between the top and the bottom. So if I show you actually, I'll put it here. Line that up. Like, oh crap. Is that right? So I lined it up and measured. So basically what I did was the length of that, sorry, the height of that minus that divided by 2 will give me the same both sides, and it does. And again, the length of that, sorry, the length of this minus the length of that divided by 2, which will give me both sides. So what I did with the pencil very carefully, went around the inside of this, and then we have our holes. You can see all my other measurements don't really matter anymore. So I need to find the middle of the circles, put a pilot hole in each one, and then start drilling. So we'll find the middle of these, and then we'll come back. Okay, find the middle of these circles. You can draw a line with a ruler, perpendicular line, perpendicular line, perpendicular line. You can do a cross at each. You should find the middle almost perfectly. I'm pretty close. I mentioned that it's not too bad. Maybe half a mil off can get in places, but I don't think that's going to make much of a difference. So, the first thing to do is just get some pilot holes drilled. So, the best way to do that with this, just clamp that there. So we'll do that now. Actually, just do it now. Okay, let's go. Okay, that's what I'm done. I'm going to go for the hole now, the big one. So I need some other wood underneath. And I'm going to put this spare wood here. Make sure we're not on a hammer. No, we're not. halfway through doing this and I thought, well, why am I doing a hole? I'm going to be... Now last time I did a control panel, I bottom mounted the joysticks. So you just have the hole. This is going to be top mounted. So it's going to be a big square hole there. So I was going to just stop, but then I thought, well, I'm getting the metal overlay made by someone, I don't know yet. So if I continue doing this hole, because I need a hole in the metal this size, obviously that and that as well. Before I take out the square there, leave these 3 holes there, obviously. When they do the metal overlay for me, I'll get them to see if they can drill the holes out for me, or if they can't, I can use these holes to do it myself. So we'll keep going. And then once we've got the metal overlay done and ready and lined up with these holes, and then we can write out that bit. So let's keep going. Okay, I think that's through. So really, it's just a test hole. After all that, through. But let's get a button and have a look. Right. Obviously this isn't going to go here, but perfect. So also, if we put the overlay on, we'll see how close we were to our original. I was pretty damn close. It was slightly, ever so slightly off. I don't think it matters though, to be honest. Yeah, that's almost on the money. Because our metal overlay is going to be the same. So, right. So it's not a waste of time, but it's all it was. Right, we'll do the same on the other two and we'll come back. Okay, the buttons fit nicely. My original hole was slightly off, I think, looking at that. So I might have to fill that and recut it. Obviously, it's all going to be a big hole there. But like I said, it'd be good to use to cut the hole for the metal control panel. Other than that, that looks brilliant actually. That's really good. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just seeing if it all lines up. Okay. Actually, poking that a little bit. But, we'll leave that there anyway. We need to just say we need to get the metal. I think we need to get the metal overlay next. I might even just sand this, make a nice curve on this. Other than that, yeah, we need to get the metal overlay. So we'll do that next. Okay, I did a bit off camera. Got a mask on, so it might be a bit muffled. Reason being, there's so much dust in this place. Make sure the tripod's all. There we go. So you can see now that hole is right in the middle. Actually, what I did, the reason I did it off camera is because I was basically doing the same thing again as I've already done. I cut some circles out for each one of these. I just did it all again because it just didn't, for me, it was ever so slightly off. So cut some circles out, put them in, glued them in, and then just sort of Bondo or P38 stuff, them all in. And while I was at it, I did the edge along here with I had the P38 mixed up, and also I filled in these bits here. Sorry, you can't see that. So yeah, the bit along the top, and the screw holes as well. It's come out quite nice. Did a little bit of sanding on here while I was waiting for the stuff to dry. I actually glued this bit. So I've done a couple of little bits and pieces really. That's keeping really with the control panel. So it's basically stuff that I've already done. I'd already screwed all this in. I just had to glue it in. Like I say, all this is lining up quite nicely now. What I need to do as well, I haven't done that yet, is drill the holes for the four corners. Now I've lined all this up in the pencils. I put a pencil marking in there. So what we'll do is we'll take this off and we'll drill a hole in each one of these. Okay, let's bring this over. Hopefully that's alright. Let's have a look. Batteries all right. Right. Okay. So, it's a bit dusty now. It's all white down. So, should all line up. They pretty much do. Brilliant. So there's a first. Okay. Yep, they're all out now, which is good. Set those two down a bit. There we go. Actually, it wasn't too bad filling those holes in again. I thought it was going to be a pain in the ass. I was having an hour about it. Yeah, it looks good after zooming a little bit. You can see our holes there. And over there. So that's all the holes ready for the metal fabricators. So, I don't know how long that's going to take. I'm going to go and see someone tomorrow about it. So, hopefully it won't be too long. So yeah, get that in, and then we can think about putting the joystick in. So we'd have to write out a big bit in there, and then we have to. And now I haven't got a writer. I'm going to have to cut a big square and then write out like a small sort of thin section. I might be borrowing a writer off someone, or with my other one I used to use your Stanley knife and just, with MDF it's pretty much all layers, you can just cut the layers out. It took a while, but we'll see. We'll see. So anyway, we'll leave it there for now, and hopefully we'll get something from the metal fabricators shortly. Okay, I've been buying some stuff recently, as you can see. Got a router here. I thought I saw this on eBay. £14.50 I managed to get it for. Apparently it's never been used. Well, I've opened it to see if it's actually in there. I've not actually looked at it properly and tried it out. So I'm still waiting for the metal from the metal fabricators. Let's move that. There we go. For the old control panel. So yeah, so still waiting for that. So we'll have a look at this today. So let's have a look. Oops. Not much room in here. It's a right mess at the moment. So sort of struggling to move around the garage. Need to have a tidy up. It's the same make as my drill. Is that the right way? Yeah, even still got the plastic on the plug. £14.50. 14.50. I even gave him £15 because I couldn't bother to change. It's never been used by the looks of it. So this is going to be used for T-moulding and things like that, and hopefully routing out the joystick, where the joystick goes in there. So what I haven't actually tried, let's see if it actually works. I don't actually know how these work, I have myself. So I'm going to plug this in and come back and we'll see if it spins up to start with. Okay, so we're plugged in. I've not got any bits for it at all yet, but how do I do this? Oh, it's like the yeah, got a little LED in there. Pretty cool. So yeah, not bad for £14.50, I'd say. So I suppose you just hold it like this, don't you? Like that, and you do the way you like that, something I suppose like that. Quite loud, so if you've got headphones on, I do apologise. But yeah, happy with that. So be good to get. I might go out and get some bits today and have a practice. We'll see how we get on. But yeah, not bad for £14.50. It's even got like a little thing there for taking out the dust just there. So hook up a vacuum cleaner to that maybe, and it won't get dust everywhere like everyone else does in this garage. So I think we need to have a clean up though. I'm going to state this place. Got this arcade machine now, it's working, still got it out, so I need to push it back in, but yeah, we'll come back and hopefully this we get our metal overlay for our control panel soon. Okay, we'll leave the video there and we'll play some Afterburner 2. I'm not sure what the difference is between 1 and 2 are, I think they're very similar. Anyway, yeah, we'll leave the video there. Now I've got all the holes for the buttons, or the 2 buttons on the joystick in. We need to look at getting the. I've still not. Well, I've got the metal on the way. I was going to get it fabricated, but I'm going to buy it in sheet form and try and do it myself now. So we'll see how that goes. I'm down already. It's quite a good explosion, isn't it, for the 1980s. Yeah, we've got a router as well, so that's hopefully going to help with doing the. We've got to route out a section for the joystick, and we've also got to route out the T-moulding slots as well. So that'll help with that. I can't believe how cheap that was, but yeah, it's pretty much brand new as well. So, but yeah, we'll leave the video there. I'm not doing so well on this game, and see you next time.